Hey everybody, it's me, Nicole Rivera from the Stop Writing Alone writing community, and here on the MV Rivera YouTube channel, sharing writing prompts all year round so you and I can tackle that cool Ray Bradbury challenge of writing 52 stories in 52 weeks. So every single week I've got to come up with a new prompt for you guys. It's sometimes hard for me to decide what to do or to pick something out. And if you've been watching, you know, a lot of times I just get inspiration from the things that I'm doing outside my writing life or the stories that I'm consuming. And that's what happened this week. I walked into here and I was like, what the heck prompt am I going to use? What tool am I going to use? But it just wrapped up watching that show Outlander on Netflix. Well, it's from some cable channel, but I watched it on Netflix. They had a new season there. Finish watching it, come into the room, and I see not just my Storymatic shelf, but I see Storymatic Colonial Williamsburg. And I'm like, hey, I was just watching a show that was like pre-colonial, colonial. Let's do that. So, Storymatic is a game that there's many different versions. We have Storymatic Classic and Storymatic Kids. Colonial Williamsburg, if you're not familiar with it, is a place in Virginia here in the United States where it's for people to experience what it was like in colonial times. There are actors that walk around and dress the part, and they do all different things to sort of have you reenact what it's like to be what it was like to live during colonial times. And the creator of Storymatic created a special edition of Storymatic to be sold at Colonial Williamsburg. I don't think it's even sold there anymore. I got this one off of eBay. But the game works in exactly the same way as the other Storymatics. There are two different color cards within the box, and one color represents our character and the other color represents something, maybe a setting or something that happens, or it's just sometimes a conflict. It's something to drive you into story. So what we're going to do is follow the basic rules of Storymatic, where we're going to pick two yellow or gold cards. Those are our character cards. We're going to combine them to make our character, and then we're going to pick one blue card that's going to drive us into story. Now, I do want to say I did use these cards in our writing prompt party this week, and I said this exactly the same thing. While this is for and called Colonial Williamsburg, no, I saw the name there somewhere. Boop, boop. I don't want you or myself to feel limited that your story needs to be written during colonial times or even in America or even on Earth. It doesn't matter. The cool thing about this particular deck of Storymatic is because it is inspired by Colonial Williamsburg, it kind of draws in the types of prompts that we're going to get. We're not going to see anything that's like tech-based or automotive or electricity. It's going to be about people living off the land and in just the way people lived during colonial times. So take the story wherever it goes, and we'll see if it even has anything that sort of leans into colonial living, or if it's something that is more could be used more widely. I'm picking these cards randomly as we speak. So first yellow card, first attribute or thought about our character that we're going to be writing. Why can't I just grab one card? Here we go. Interesting. Is that we have someone with fangs who is also, and this is, we're going to combine this card with that card, a very skilled hunter. I mean, I feel like there's a certain direction that many people might go. You have someone with fangs who's a very skilled hunter. Interesting. Maybe our blue card will take us somewhere totally different. What does that say? It's upside down. With a leaking roof. That's it. I'm not giving you anything else. It's very freaking vague. You can do whatever you want with this. So someone with fangs who's a very skilled hunter and a leaking roof. That is your prompt for this week to write a story with. as long as you want, as short as you want, wherever you want to set it, whatever time you want to set it. Have fun. Happy writing with that. Don't forget that if you like doing writing prompts and you want to do them in community and you want to share what you're writing live in a draft form, I host writing prompt parties every single month over in Stop Writing Alone. So you head over to stopwritingalone.substack.com and you will see our calendar of events right on the front of the page. You'll see things like the writing prompt party, or if you want to just write within community, not share what you're doing, but just like have that kind of support to show up to your writing. Wednesdays, we have write-ins multiple times each Wednesday. I host an hour-long write-in where all we do is just catch up with each other, cheerlead each other, and then get to work. I set a timer and we write, each on our own projects. Type and Talk Tuesday is the same thing. We just do it for 2 hours instead of 1 hour. So that's fun. That's coming up this week. We've got Type and Talk coming up this week. We have write-ins coming up this week. We have poetry prompt parties coming up. I don't know if it's this week or next week. And then we have chats going on surrounding the artist's way and also the 27 essential principles of story. So please check out the calendar and see what's going on there and join us so that you're not writing alone anymore. Again, that's stopwritingalone.substack.com. The other thing, big announcement this week, is I tend to do a little bit of fiction writing myself. I do share it sometimes on my Substack called storyhoarder.substack.com. I share a lot of my short stories that come from these prompts there. But one of my first projects that I did over there was to serialize my YA novel, Girl Unplugged. So a young adult novel, takes place here in New York City. I had a lot of fun writing it. There was some stuff that actually happened in this past week here in New York City that was quite reminiscent of my story and got me very excited because I knew that this was the week that I was also releasing the PDF over on Story Hoarder. So I serialized the novel there so that people could read along chapter by chapter digitally. But I know that sometimes people just want the whole book all at once. So right now, for a limited time only, the PDF of Girl Unplugged is available for free over on storyhoarder.substack.com for anybody that wants to read it in completion. Once I'm done setting up the ebook and print to go out for sale, that PDF will come down. Right now, I just want you to read it. I have fun with this story. You go have fun with it too. If you want to go read it in PDF form, it's there for you. So I'll put the link. Actually, I think the link is always down there for Story Hoarder. Go check it out. But I'll put the link directly to the PDF. And someday that link might not work anymore. Right now, today, it is. Happy writing, happy reading. I'll see you next week. Head to stopwritingalone.substack.com to join today for more live events and writing inspiration all year round.